All right, everybody, welcome here to Bachelor Chad. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of things. We've got the X on the Beach reunion coming up, as well as we need to talk about last night's episode of The Bachelor, which is awfully juicy. So stay tuned. We also have Maddie Sullivan from X on the Beach coming in, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
I'm really excited to meet
She's a great girl, super stoked to talk to her. So we're going to see kind of what she thinks is what's going to happen for you. Because there's so much swirling around about what's going to be going on.
I'm excited. I've watched like 6 episodes of, maybe 5 episodes of X on the Beach, and then I got very busy and I haven't been able to finish it. But I feel like I'm going to get some good spoilers tonight, and I'm excited.
The good stuff you're missing out on right now because they finally started like showing like some of mine and my relationship and what's going on.
It's about time. I was going to say, you get some like moments here and there where you have just quirky lines, but I'm like, where? Yeah. I want more.
I think it was just because I didn't involve myself in all of the bullshit, basically, you know?
I mean, I feel like with all reality TV, that's how you got to get the airtime.
Right.
You got to be involved in all the bullshit.
And I'll be honest, when I was at there and we're filming and we're doing the show, like I was like, this is so stupid. They're never gonna air this. Like, I'm just gonna go like make a drink in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then it's like, really, you're using that? So it's a little bit surprising.
They need the drama. But Chad, it's been 2 weeks. How are you?
It's been good. It's been good. I took a vacation to Las Vegas with my dad. Just kind of hung out.
Nice.
Worked out. Ate a lot of pancakes.
Pancakes are always nice.
Yeah. And then we had Morgan obviously come in last time, and so it was Morgan in here in the studio. In case you missed that one.
Yeah.
And then she was Skyping me as I was like...
Wow, switching things up on Bachelor Chat.
So I couldn't see myself as freaky.
Oh, yeah, so you're going to get the experience tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah, I also went on vacation. I went to Turks and Caicos with my family.
Ooh, that's nice.
It was beautiful.
Is that like Bora Bora and all those beautiful places? It is, right?
What do you mean like Bora Bora?
Or like Mykonos? I don't know. I just assume they're all kind of the same. Mykonos, Bora Bora, Santorini.
The water's clear. We went to like a nice resort. Okay. It was all inclusive. It was the best. Except I got eaten alive by bugs. Like my legs looked bruised from all the bites. Yeah, it was bad.
They don't have like bug nets or like bug... Don't they have machines now that put off like a certain sound and it pushes the bugs away?
A sound? I knew they had like spray.
No, they've got like some like technical stuff. Like Elon Musk has been out there solving bugs.
I want an app where I can play the sound and
probably.
get bugs.
There's probably something like that. I feel like there is something like that nowadays. I don't know what it is, but I just assumed if I have a bug issue, nowadays there's an app for that or something.
I mean, if there's not, we should come up with it.
Definitely should. That's my next invention.
Okay, but so Vegas was good. You ate a lot of pancakes. What else? What else did you do in Vegas?
That's pretty much it. Worked out. Like my dad's huge into working out now. Like he's 63 years old, I think.
Oh my God, he works out?
He can crank out like 15 pull-ups. It's crazy. He benches like 250.
That's 15 more than I can do. Good for him. Killing it.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we go to the gym every day. We eat like a huge breakfast, go to the gym, just crank out this like ridiculous bodybuilding workout. And then after that, you're pretty tired. So maybe you take a nap. By the time you're done with the nap, well, it's time to eat again. So
your vacation was much different than mine. Yeah, I did not work out. There was a gym. And they had all these workout classes. Did not go to. Looked at it. I accidentally spilled coffee on the window because I went to throw my latte.
Of the gym?
Yeah, on the window of the gym by accident. Okay. This was not intentional.
You're sort of associated with the gym then. Like, it had something to do with the gym.
I was against the window trying to clean the coffee that I spilled. But aside from that, did not meet the gym. Yeah. When you were in Vegas, did you happen to catch the most intense episode ever of The Bachelor?
I didn't. Wait, when did I get there? I think I missed the last episode of The Bachelor. I got the one last night.
Oh, you missed the one before that.
Yeah. I saw the one last night.
Oh, you missed.
That was juicy.
Last night was a damn good episode. I think that this ongoing theme of women getting eliminated and then warning Colton about other women in the house being there for the wrong reasons is the funniest shit I've ever seen on The Bachelor.
Right? I honestly feel like Chris Harrison, he always says it's the most dramatic season, but like this one is. It's like, bro, you missed out. Like you're constantly saying that, and then this time it is drama. Like I honestly don't know how Colton knows anything about any of the girls because all he's ever talking to him about is like, so what bullshit happened in the house today?
So true. Every time. I love, and I don't think this happens, like, during certain seasons of The Bachelor, it's like, the girls do throw each other under the bus sometimes. It's kind of a rule not to, but when it happens, they get sent home. Yeah. But this season, girls,
everybody's fair game.
Gone wild. Everyone's throwing everyone under the bus, and I personally am here for it. I think it's hysterical.
It's like they're breaking the fourth wall just super this time. It's kind of like the minute I came on. So when I came on my season and I started calling people out for being fake, the show was like, it worked great. Let's run with it. And so now every season, everybody's calling everybody out on bullshit. And it's just like this season, everybody went for it. Everybody's calling everybody fake. And it's like at this point, like, I don't know who to believe because everybody's calling everybody.
I feel the same way. There's not a clear villain. I feel like every villain we thought we had really wasn't.
I feel like everybody's a little bit shitty.
Everyone's a little shady and shitty. And I will say, okay, so in this date, we had the Tayshia's one-on-one date in Denver, which was my dream date. And, like, girl deserved it after that bullshit bungee jumping date that I never would have done.
Right.
So I love that she got to just eat, cook, and then drink wine and hang out.
It was
a
weird
fun
though,
date.
because they started off the date. She was like, "Look, everyone's here for the wrong reasons," and then it was like all of a sudden now they're going on this like romantic little date where she's cooking for him. And I'm like, how do you transition?
Yeah,
like,
right?
If that were me, I'd be like, I know we're supposed to talk romantic right now, but I got to know more about like that stuff. Now it's going through my head. You can't pop that at the end of the date.
Also,
after we've talked.
I will say this. I think the way Colton spoke to Tayshia about like the bullshit going around the house made it clear that he's not picking Tayshia. Let me tell you why. He would not care and be that invested into finding out why the other girls aren't good unless he has another front runner in mind. Otherwise, you're like, Tayshia, my girl, coming through, like, love her for spilling the truth, and I'm gonna pick her. This is great. Like, he has other front runners in his head, and
That's
now those
true.
front runners, I think, are getting called fake, and he's like, oh shoot, should I pick Tayshia?
Yeah, that's definitely true. Because if he really wanted Tayshia, he would have been like, all right, cool, they're all fake in the house.
Yeah.
So get over here.
All you want is to know, like, the person you're picking isn't bad, which you can see. He knows Tayshia's not bad. He's like, still, but like, what about the other people?
Right.
But with the other people, he so badly wants them to prove themselves to be good that he believes anything that they say. Colton believes literally what any girl tells him.
Yeah. One girl walks in and is like, she's totally fake. And then he's like, oh, yeah, okay, I guess she is. She walks in and is like, no. He's like, oh, okay. Totally believe you. I'm going to trust my heart.
That's
it's like, bro,
exactly
I don't think
what
your
it
heart
is.
knows anything at this point.
Anything. So that was the whole thing. I think a lot of people have been saying Tayshia's shady. I think they're all shady. So I don't think we could say shit about it because Tayshia's, she's a little snitch. Like, I don't love that I think it's hysterical when girls get booted and do this.
Yeah.
But like when you're still there and you're clearly going to be top 3, top 2, like don't do it. You know, especially when you're naming names when none of the other girls did.
Yeah, I definitely think it was really messed up. I also think, I don't know if you saw, Kirpa was getting a lot of shit last night. People
That's
were
because
blasting her.
Kirpa, this is why people are blasting her. So Tayshia has gotten a good edit. We like her. She's sweet. She smiles a lot. She's adorable. But like Kirpa, we met 5 minutes ago, and like 3 of those minutes, she had a random ass bandage on her chin. Like we don't know who Kirpa is or how she hurt herself until
That's
the deleted
true.
scene came out. But like we don't know her well. So then all of a sudden, when like the first time we see her, she has a pretty basic, boring date. I think that's when you missed because it was like last episode. But like all of a sudden she's trying to throw girls under the bus. Also, there was that shady scene not last night's episode, but the night before that or last week, where Tayshia and Kirpa say how like they're gonna be the last ones there, maybe.
Oh,
next
really?
to the other girls. That's
Oh yeah, they
weird.
did. That's true. But I mean, I watched the show with a girl from the show, and I'm not saying but I
my
saw
God,
Kirpa
what?
was losing it. Like, I mean, it was like she was getting super upset. Like, you know, you see the text where it was like, man, like why these people blast me, and then you go to the comments, and it's like,
I don't think people like. At the end of the day, these are real people. Like, I will say everyone's being shady, but I'm not going to go, like, send them a DM of, like, you're a terrible person.
Right?
Because it's, like, they're
people
still
were,
real people.
she was getting, like, death threats and stuff. And it's just like, why? Like, what? She hadn't shown herself to be, like, bad. It's like, she seemed pretty chill. And the only thing she did was kind of, like, talk about, like, hey, yes, she said you were fake. Like, that's what she said.
And to be honest, we don't know who's telling the truth. Like, I think that's why everyone's shady, in my opinion, because why is everyone continuing to throw each other under the bus? Like, it's just not helping anyone. It's just becoming, I mean, honestly, just very entertaining for us. But I don't think anyone's a bad guy. I genuinely believe, this is what I'll tell you, I genuinely believe that either Kirpa or Tayshia, or them both, believe that Cassie and Kaylin are there for the wrong reasons. I don't know if they actually heard them say something, but I truly believe that one or both of them believe that. Yeah. And I truly think that Kaylin...
I've heard that they did talk about it.
I think that they did too. But I'll say...
It wouldn't come from 8 different angles if you didn't talk about it.
From all 12 women that left.
It's the one thing you don't do. The one thing you... I'm sure there's a few other things not to talk about, but that's like the given. Like,
yeah.
You know?
But I will say, I trust them in the sense where I think the conversation was like, who knows who's going to win? Honestly, if you get Colton, like, maybe I'll be the Bachelorette, or if I get Colton, maybe you'll be the Bachelorette. And then the other girls are like, writing it down in their little burn book and like, I'm going to remember that for blackmail. Whereas I think they both, and that's, to be honest, why I think Kaylin and Cassie were so quick to shut everything down, because they didn't even want to
have to address it.
Yeah.
Because now that's what everybody's thinking about him.
Exactly.
It's just kind of like on my season when Daniel was like, let's say you're Hitler. And I was like, well, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Because now people are associating me with Hitler, bro. Like, not cool.
Exactly.
It's like now everyone's associating Cassie and Kaylin with
being fake.
Exactly.
And just wanting to be the Bachelorette, which honestly, in my opinion, is going to do the opposite effect of either of their chances of becoming the Bachelorette. Because now it's like, we can't make them the Bachelorette after they were on this season for the wrong reasons. That we can't do that. That's like when... I don't think, did you watch Rachel's season of The Bachelorette?
Yeah.
So do you remember when she was like butthurt over the whole thing that happened with Peter? And she made a point, like 3 different times.
Oh, she shut him down to talk about how he shouldn't be the Bachelor.
3 different times.
She was like, nah.
That girl was, she had a mission. And I feel
to make sure
like
he wasn't the Bachelor.
Yep. So
hey, she did it.
She did it, and that was disappointing for, I loved Peter. Loved Peter.
He's okay.
He's such a cutie. And there are people, like, people will think people in Bachelor Nation are like, oh, they're cute, they're hot, whatever. But, like, when you find someone that loves Peter, they're like, I would die for, like, they think he's so hot.
He's all right. I've talked to him. I've met him multiple times, and he's cool, but he's just kind of, he kind of reminds me of Hannah G. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Boring and
okay,
that's
there.
I think Hannah G's fine.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying it bad. I'm just saying, like, you've got to cross on like your looks a lot of your life, and since you're a model and all that, like, you've just decided to focus on that, and you're just like, here I am.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, there's plenty of other people in the world, man. Like, you gotta say words, or like be interesting or entertaining or funny or something. You can't just like
have a little
sit there. You know what I mean?
Something. I mean, it worked for him on The Bachelor.
Like, if you're like that, there's plenty of other people. All you gotta do is log into Instagram. I'm fine, 500 more.
Speaking of that, I want to say I find it very funny that they're going after Caitlyn and Cassie when Hannah G is literally like a content creator.
Right.
Like she definitely
but
went
she
on
did good
there.
about keeping her mouth shut, you know what I mean? She didn't talk about that.
She never talks. She's just
She never say anything.
There was that group date. So anyways, we had the Hannah B's one-on-one, which we'll get to at the end, but let's just go to the group date because I just think it's very funny that so the group date, we had Hannah G just chilling while all of this drama is going down with Kirpa, with Cassie.
Did you think that was weird? He sent her home. He was like, here's your rose. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, because she was just like, I'm not involved in this, and just sitting there quietly as Cassie and Kirpa give each other like death stares. Also, that group date, Heather sent herself home, which probably my favorite
I got something
moment.
weird on that.
What?
Okay, did you notice? Like, she basically says like, yo, I'm not really feeling this. I think I need to go home. Like, I'm just not ready with you. And then when she's leaving, right, she's getting on the train, he kisses her goodbye, and she was like, what are you? Like, she like,
oh my God,
turned.
I missed that.
Yeah, and it's almost like, what do you, like, if somebody breaks up with you and they tell you they're not interested in you, you don't still like take a kiss.
That is, but Colton is.
I'm surprised there wasn't like feminist articles like, she just said no and then you kissed her again. You know what I mean?
I see. I need to watch it back, but I think it's really funny that Colton keeps getting dumped because that usually happens maybe once a season, maybe.
How many is that? No, twice, 3 times?
No. Let's see.
Elise
left. Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting the gymnast's name? Help me out. Do you remember? Sydney just left, and now Heather left. Are there any others that left on their own?
Just those 3 left on their own. But that's record break. It's
3.
unprecedented.
That's true. It's normally only
3 girls
1.
have dumped him on his own season of The Bachelor. That's like the one thing you have when you're The Bachelor. Is like, well, I'm doing the dumping this season, and the girls are like,
no, like, yeah.
Just kidding.
Joke's on you.
And we're gonna make you so paranoid when you send us home.
That's kind of funny. I mean, I can get it too, because I mean, even when I was on my season with JoJo, like, she was very. No matter what somebody says, or no matter whether things are going well or not, when you see that somebody's like thinking about every word out of their mouth, you're like, yes, I don't know if this is real. If this isn't real, why am I investing? So the girls are trying to be real and just talking to him. And if you watch the way he talks, it's just very, so I was thinking today about our relationship. And it's just like, dude, just talk. Like, not every word has to be perfect.
But Kaylin's the same way, if you pay close attention.
Kaylin? Oh, yeah,
she
100%.
thinks, she's so in her head, she like puts it together. She's like, okay, this is what I'm going to say. But I think it's the pageant girl inside of her.
Right.
I want to ask you, though, while you were on The Bachelorette, were there any moments where you wanted to do the leaving? Like, were you like...
Oh, yeah, I actually packed my bags on the JoJo season. Yeah. So after she gave that group date rose to Evan, they cut the whole thing out. I ended up like, I had a few drinks of whiskey that day back when I was going hard. And we get like in the limo, I fall asleep. And then finally, once we get back to the house, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, why am I here? Like, if she's going for Evan, like, she clearly has no idea what she wants. This makes zero sense.
Yeah.
I'm out. And I started packing my bags. And I think I got everything packed. And I was like rolling them out. And they were like, hey, man, hey, come on. Like,
really? So
give her
why do you
another
think...
chance.
Why do you think these girls got to leave?
I mean, if I had been adamant enough, it's not jail. I could have left. You know? I mean,
Well,
maybe,
yeah, but
maybe it makes it more entertaining. You know what I mean? At this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely is doing that. Heather makes sense to me the most because, like, that girl knew she was going home before hometowns. There was no way in
She
Heather's
wouldn't
mind.
do anything. It was like, you got your first kiss. Okay, so, like, all right.
Okay.
You're good.
Bye, got my airtime. It's been real. And now you'll remember me because I'm going out with a bang.
Exactly.
But I think all these girls took notes from previous seasons because the fact that 3 of them left.
It's too many.
It's too
so
many.
I think they knew that they're, I feel like you can tell he's into a few of them, and some of them are just like not willing to take that like breakup, and so they'd rather have that big dramatic exit, and then it's on their own terms.
Yeah.
They get to keep their dignity.
Yeah, and I mean, it's working for them because it's causing up a stir online. What did you think of Kaylin's 101 with the snowboarding and how he tried to face the rumors going around with her? Did you think she was genuine when she was responding to him?
I mean, I thought it looked like she was having fun at first during the date, but then there was a long, weird pause. I don't know if you noticed when he accused her.
Yeah, and her answer
Like-
that wasn't immediately, I didn't say that. She was thinking of how to respond. And okay, tell me this, and you guys may disagree. Jeff, also, I'd love to hear your opinion. When someone's accusing you of something that's completely untrue, is it not your first initial reaction to say, that's not true,
Like,
unless it's a
what?
lie, because then you have to think of what you're actually going to say. She didn't deny it right off the bat. She like crafted a sentence and at the end was like completely fabricated. Like even the way she said it sounded like something that would be like posted on a gossip site later on, that she like crafted this quote that she's like, this is perfect.
The way she said it was very like, it just sounded so political.
Yeah, it was well spoken, but that's the problem. Like it was too well spoken to the point where it seemed like planned. Like you knew what you were going to say.
Honesty isn't always well spoken. That's the thing.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Lies are well spoken.
Yep, I agree. So I don't know. I also found it was weird, and maybe you guys picked up on this. She kept avoiding eye contact the entire time she was talking
she didn't
to
look at him at all.
Yeah, she was like,
She's like, I'm
up
here
there,
for you. I love you. Like,
I want to have kids with you, and I think we'll get married, and it's going to be us at the end of this. It was awkward.
That's what I always look at. I always look at where they look right before and right after they kiss, and where they look when they're telling him they love him. And when they're looking away, I've never seen somebody end up getting together with either the Bachelor or Bachelorette when they tell him they love him as they're looking away. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I agree. You know who was maintaining eye contact? Cannaby. Oh,
Cannaby?
and Cassie.
And Cassie.
Cassie's in love with the guy. I honestly think Cassie and him have a really strong connection. I think Cassie probably went on the show because she did want to, boost her following and all of that. But, also being open to whatever happens next. And I think they're
Although
fully
her
in
ex
love.
is totally different than Colton. He's like a...
Is
He's
this
like
the
a
one that
dark-skinned, maybe he's Latino, I don't know. I don't know what he is, but
Was
he
he
does
on
not
the
look like
show?
Colton whatsoever.
with her? Are you talking about the show that came out?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the show. I heard about it, and I heard that people were saying like, "Oh, it's our second reality show," but like
I get it. People have different types. I'm just
Yeah.
saying it's a little bit different.
different. But they seem to have a good connection. But
It definitely have a good kiss connection. You know what I mean?
they have
Their kissing is the best.
their
Makes me want to make out with anybody. Like,
Their physical connection's intense, and they seem to just really they have good chemistry. And there's
Yep.
someone that when I watch them on camera, it feels like Jeff actually said this, that we shouldn't be there. Like it's an intimate moment, whereas
Right.
everyone else it feels
Feels
like
weird.
The Bachelor.
It's like
You
when I do an Instagram live and I bring a hot girl in there, people are like, I shouldn't be watching this. Why are we in here? This is creepy.
And you're like, welcome.
Yeah, I'm like, welcome.
Bachelor Chad.
You are officially going to watch me flirt with somebody.
Okay, and lastly, I think the part we need to get to is Hannah B. So Hannah B was sent home this episode after her one-on-one. I feel bad for her. I think she gave it her best try. She was giggly. She laughed a lot. She maintained eye contact. She didn't do any shady shit aside from the beginning feud with Kaylin.
Right.
Another feud that Kaylin was involved in, just saying. But she went home, and I don't know if... I felt it was weird that he sent her home before Heather went home. To me, that was so weird.
That is true. I feel like Hannah was she's pretty chill. I mean, she come across as a little tweaky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But she seemed good. She seemed like she actually liked him. And I don't know, I called it. I knew she was going home because he just gave somebody else. Was it Tayshia?
Yeah,
he
Tayshia.
just gave her the rose, and I was like, okay, Hannah's going home.
Yeah, because he still had to give. We knew Cassie was going to get that rose. Obviously, Hannah G. Even though unless they're one-on-one together, it's really hard to see their connection. Whereas Cassie, it's at all times. My mom pointed out while we were watching it that during the group date, he hugged every girl, but only gave Cassie a kiss on the head.
Really? Ooh,
That
that's
says
juicy.
something. Yeah. So,
Didn't notice that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't either. My mom did. But so now it's down to Kaylin, Hannah G, Cassie, and Tayshia. What are your thoughts?
Caitlyn, Hannah G. I can't see. I feel like Kaylin really kind of swapped the last couple episodes. Like, she was presenting this perfect image, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, these bitches coming at me trying to ruin my image. I'm a perfect pageant woman. Quit trying to mess up my thing. So, I mean, I get
so
it. You're
true.
upset, but it's like, okay.
She did. She started to call them bitches and be
Yeah.
like, this is bullshit. Like, out of nowhere, we're like,
Yeah.
Kaylin,
Well,
but we're not tearing
She's
other
like, I
women
worked
down.
so hard to be likable, and now y'all are, you're ruining
You're
my...
fucking it up. How am I
Right.
going to be Bachelorette next season now,
Yeah,
guys?
not cool, guys. Like, I put in so much work. But, yeah, Hannah G hadn't even talked to him, really. It feels like, I mean, they've had some. Maybe we haven't seen it. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's just there. She's like good-looking wallpaper.
I think in the beginning, they were very hot and heavy. Like, it seemed like he was only into Hannah G.
Right.
From the edit, from everything, it just seemed like Hannah G was his front runner. But now she's just blending into the crowd, which is weirding me out because I had it from day one. I was like, it's going to come down to Cassie and Hannah G. And now I'm like, shoot, maybe it's going to be Tayshia and Cassie, or honestly, maybe even Kaylin and Cassie. It's going to be Cassie, let's be honest. But like,
It seems like it's going to be
it
Cassie.
fully seems like it's going to be Cassie just because she could accidentally hit his dog with her car and
Yeah.
she would talk her way out of it. He'd be like, you're
He'd be
right.
like, I got to trust my heart.
And she
I feel
would
like,
say
you know,
that.
the craziest, like, bomb of the entire show would be if,
What?
like, at the end of it, he's just like, boom, Hannah G, I want you. And everyone would be like, what? What do you even know about her?
That's
Like,
so true. Or if he like calls back like Sydney, like you were right, Sydney. Like I needed
Who's
you to open
Sydney?
up more. That's the one who sent herself home. One of the three.
oh, I missed that.
She was
one.
the dancer, the NBA dancer.
Was she hot?
She's really cute.
I guess you can say they're all kind of hot.
They're all. I think this is like a beautiful group of women this
They
season.
upped it. I always say, man, it's because
Yeah.
of Instagram. You see all these guys going on the show, going after a 6, and the next thing you know, they're on Instagram dating a 10, and you're like, eventually the production was like, yo, we got
to
to start bringing in the hotties.
Well, they did.
They did
and-
this season. They did. And I will give them that.
Well, what about X on the Beach? Did they bring in the hotties your season? Did you like my segue there?
I did. I don't know that the show did. It wasn't exactly it's not like we had a plethora of choices.
Yeah, how did they select this? This is just so I'm like new to X on the Beach. I watch like episodes to prepare for this podcast.
Right.
I'm like, I gotta know what's going on. I gotta know what Chad's been up to since The Bachelor. It's a very entertaining show, but I don't know where I know everyone like comes from different reality shows, but is it just any reality show and then they bring them in, or is
I
it?
guess it's like each of them was like kind of like a cartoon character from each show. So you had like,
Got
the
it.
Big Brother, Are You the One, Survivor, and they just kind of picked people within the age range and look that they thought would kind of give a little bit of spice.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you that one of the things that kind of sucked was it just like there was like 3 girls, like I mean, my style of girls, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like you guys gave me like here are the options, and they brought in my ex, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
just it was at one point it was like me and Corey were sitting there like, what is going on, man? There's 18 guys and there's 3 girls in this house. And it was like, I don't know, is that designed to make us fight over them? But
Probably.
we were all kind of like, if there's more, like, you know what I mean? It was just very like, how are we supposed to fight over this? Like, we're all cool. We're all hanging out.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. To be frank with you, I think that it's much more fun watching women fight over men. But I do want to hear, so tell me about this reunion we're talking about. We have a special guest today.
Oh, we do have a special guest today. So this is going to be my ex, Maddie, who just showed up on the show.
Ooh, this
So
is your ex.
exciting.
This is very exciting.
So should we bring her in? Okay.
Hi.
What up, Madeline?
What's up, guys?
Oh my God!
much.
Welcome. I did not know you are Chad's ex. This means
Yeah,
this
you didn't know that?
No, I knew we were
Yeah.
getting a Maddie, and I'm like, okay, I know this is someone from X on the Beach. Like, must be another character, but oh my God, this is
that's
my
my
favorite
ex.
episode ever. Okay.
What's up?
Wow. Okay, tell me everything.
So she just got there. Basically, it's been me and Nicole up to this point.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
last episode I came in.
everything was smooth sailing, and I was all like, I don't know if like, is marriage just something like, is love like you just choose one person? And I basically kept bringing it up. I was like, look, is love something that you're supposed to just like know, or is it like you know, what if I have feelings for more than one person?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? What are you supposed to
I
do in
feel
life?
like
How do you
I
just
think
choose?
love is a choice.
Think it's a choice?
Like I feel like you have feelings at first, and then like eventually, like obviously, like the spark kind of goes down, and then you have to decide if it's what you want.
Right.
Yeah, I learned this actually in my psychology class. Like, so in the beginning, you can be in this, I forget what they call it, the love cocktail. So the love cocktail it's anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. You can be fully in love and infatuated with the person. However, it doesn't turn into true love until after that wears off, because eventually that spark does die. That's not realistic to last
true.
forever. But it's if you want to continue making that effort. Otherwise, it either gets stagnant and nothing happens and you're just really not happy, or you bounce. So it's one of 3 ways you can kind of go. And you see
Right.
that with couples. Like, people are really happy 20 years into a marriage. Like my parents' 2 friends, Heather and John, super in love. They renew their vows every 10 years. They're so cute. Like 22 years in. Yeah, but like at the same time, you see married couples that have been together for like 6 years and are clearly unhappy.
Yeah, that's true.
Miserable. That would suck. But I totally think it's a choice, like you said.
And I had been dating, Nicole for, at this point, I think it was like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Very
And
serious
so it was
relationship
like,
at this point.
if my heart's 90% with
Very
one person,
serious,
but
yeah.
then it's 60% with this other person, you know what I mean?
It's tough, man.
And it's like, how am I just supposed to like immediately like say no, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, to something? So it made it obviously very difficult.
Yes.
But it also is different, like, because time-wise in the house, because all you do is, like, be in the house together, like,
Yeah.
no other outside connection. So, like Chad said, when I came in, it is as if you've known them longer.
Yeah, like one day is the same thing as going on like 5 dates.
Yeah, that does
'Cause
make
it's
sense to
all
me.
day. You see everything about a person, how they live, how their general attitude, so there's a lot.
You see it all in this house.
Yeah, they saw it all. They recorded it all.
So wait, so
Like,
did
the bad and ugly.
you just get introduced? How many episodes have you been on now, Maddie?
I've just been on one so far.
Just one so far. Okay, so where do we leave off with that?
Where do we leave off with
Yeah,
it?
what's going-
So in this last one, we let off with Maddie got there, and I was like, I don't know, I'm feeling things here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe he said that.
You couldn't believe I said that of all people? You know the things I
No.
say.
Chad is like, I have feelings for her, but mostly down here. And I was like, oh,
Wait, how long were you guys together?
I don't know.
it
Probably
was like
talked-
officially unofficial.
Okay.
Oh, really? Oh, is that what it was?
You know what I mean? Like,
I
we
know what you
knew we were together, but it was like, we didn't like, oh, let's like be boyfriend and girlfriend.
I
Yeah.
get that. I
Right?
feel like that's very 2018, 2019. Like, let's be
Right?
real.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is.
Well, she was in Oklahoma. I was in LA. So it's like,
Oh, yeah, and long distance. I had that with someone
Yeah.
actually in Canada where, like, we didn't want to put a label on it. We talked all the time. We planned visits, but, like, when it's long distance, man, it's hard.
But it
Yeah.
was like we were exclusive, but it was just the long distance. I don't know. That just like made it hard, I feel like.
So do you think that's what eventually broke you guys up?
Yeah, it was definitely because once I got back to LA, it was like she went on the show and said I ghosted her. In reality, I just like
You did.
we just
He's like,
talked
I
a
checked
little
in
less.
once every couple weeks.
We talked a little less over the course of time. It was like we talked like every day for like a week, and then like a week after that, it was like every other day, and then week after that, it was like every
Oh my God,
third
Chad.
day.
But now,
It was a
He
respectful slow
definitely
fade.
did that. I was like,
It was a respectful slow fade.
it was definitely one of those things where a guy's like, I don't really want to cut it off, so I'm gonna like slow it down.
yeah, and it's honestly at that point, it's just because they maybe don't want to completely shut that door, but at the same time,
Right.
they want it to
Exactly.
get deeper.
Especially like if you hit the lottery and all of a sudden move out to LA, whatever, you know?
Well, so is that kind of what we're seeing now on this show, considering one day is like, how long do you say, like a month?
Yeah,
Is this-
maybe like a week, 2 weeks.
So how many
Like
more
5
episodes
days.
till this reunion?
So, I mean, we're filming. I'm leaving tomorrow morning at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
to go film.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see.
So we'll be updated on this very soon.
Yeah,
Very
so,
soon.
So I don't know when we're gonna be able to talk about it because when we get back, there'll still be, I think, 2 episodes left. So
That's
I
all.
think there's is there 12 episodes or 14 episodes? Because we're on this next week. This is gonna be episode 10, and
I
that's
thought it
when
was
Nicole's
14.
ex comes in.
I thought 14, but I'm not for sure.
It could be 12 and then 2 episodes of reunion, or it could be 14 and 2 episodes of reunion. Not 100% sure.
Okay.
But I think the reunion, since I'm sure it's going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. What can you give us any kind of spoilers or some juice, some
So
tea?
I know Nicole's ex is saying he's going to try to fight me, which is
Oh my gosh.
What?
can't
a terrible idea on his part. That's a horrible idea.
Has he been like posting about this?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like
All
posting
over
like
Twitter.
he's posting like that. Yeah, he's gonna. I don't want no smoke. Like he can't speak in regular words, and he don't know how to write or English. So it's like broken English. You know, like
Oh,
he gonna
God.
get it. You know.
He will see someone tweet something, and then like he's like, oh, and in his mind he's like, oh, this has something to do with Chad. Like I can incorporate this. So then he'll like say something and tag Chad, but yet Chad's like, I don't even care. Like
Yeah.
Chad doesn't even reply.
I blocked on everything because after the show, I was like, dude, go live your life. Just go away. Like
But
Yeah.
the only way he's relevant, honestly, though, is through you. So that's all he
exactly.
can do.
So I do understand it. It's like, you know, he's not wrong. Like if he does try to fight me, it's like, well, good plan, but I like at the end of the day, it's not going to go well for you. Like whatever situation ends up happening. Like
So this is gonna be really fun to watch him attempt this, possibly, or do
if
you
he
think he
does.
has more bark than he does bite?
I don't think he will.
I think more bark. More
Yeah.
bark.
I think it's more so him just trying to look tough. Like if things really went the way that he would try to do, it's like, bro, that would not be good for you. Like,
My thing is like when he comes in and stuff, like I don't understand how he's trying to fight you because
I don't know either. Like you can't do that. Like I don't know. Honestly, I'm just kind of like I'm excited to see how it goes down. Like what's
I'm
your plan, bud?
excited.
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
So we also will get to find out kind of how you guys left things off, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna end up talking
yeah.
about us, me and Nicole, whatever happens or didn't happen there. A lot of different stuff, and then you've got. There's a lot of stuff, and I don't even know if I'm contractually. You know, I don't even care. Maya sliced Malcolm's tires. So,
Wait,
and
did
Keita's
she really
car.
do that?
Yes, she did. Everybody
It's a
knows
for
it was
sure
her.
thing.
Wait, what?
Honestly, Malcolm left his car at Maya's house, and she slashed all 4 tires. Like he left his car at her house because he stayed with her for a little while. She slashed all 4 of his tires and Keita's car.
Do you think she was playing Carrie Underwood while this was happening?
Probably. I don't know.
That was so good.
But
Oh
then
my
it's
gosh.
like, but it's like it doesn't. And then she's like going off on people like, oh yeah, he's trash. It's like it doesn't matter what he did at this point.
That's not
That's
good.
called like larceny or what? That's
I
called.
feel like if
grand-
he was playing games, like major games, and like telling her that he's completely serious, maybe I would do something like that. Honestly.
Oh. Okay.
Honestly, the best way
Okay.
to handle the situation is do what everyone else did and name
Cut
a
'em off.
cockroach after your ex at the zoo like they were doing for Valentine's
true.
Day. Guys.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
just
didn't
block
do
him
it,
on
though. I
everything.
think
If
my
somebody
ex
does
are a little
something,
tough.
You
What'd
what?
you say?
I said just block him on everything. That I mean, if somebody does you wrong, you're like, there's no need to get revenge. It's not going to do anything. Was it going to bring him back? Was it going to make you feel better? If you really want to feel better, have sex with his best friend. Do what most girls do. You don't cause like property damage. That's vandalism.
Yeah, I don't
It's like
think that's
felony
the best
vandalism. Yeah, anything
way
over
to handle
$1,000, you're getting a felony. Like,
Plus,
just lucky you didn't call the cops.
it's all about being the
That's
more chill, careless person in the situation. Because the second that you show you care more or
Yeah.
you're more upset, you lose. So the trick
And
is,
the guy
you just,
doesn't care then.
huh?
I feel like the guy doesn't care when you show you care that much.
Yeah, you can't.
Depends.
If you are slashing his tires, he's gonna care more about the damage you did to his car.
It was great. He was like taking pictures on the hood, like what up,
Oh
like
my God.
and
it was
like with
so
cash in his
funny.
hands, like I'm
So
good.
much stuff.
It was great. It was honestly pretty entertaining because it was like, obviously she was very upset, and he was like, whatever, I bought new
No,
tires. He
literally,
went
he's
immediately
like
to the tire
posting,
store.
like laying on his car.
Yeah.
Or laying on his car.
Yeah,
See,
with like
that's-
hundos in his hand. It was pretty
That
awesome.
carefree, like that. Well, that's a facade because he's gonna
Definitely
have to pay
a facade
for the
because it's a
damages.
very expensive damage.
Yeah, but that's the level you need to be at. I don't know what this guy did, but I'll say you gotta
Like,
be
I
like,
have to hook up on the tires because my friend works here.
yeah, you just have
Yeah.
to
Maybe
not
he got a
care.
good deal on new tires. Although I heard that if she'd only slashed 3, then insurance wouldn't have paid for it. But since she slashed all 4, if you get all 4 of your tires slashed, insurance will cover it.
So and she messed up.
Yeah. So
Damn, girl.
Huge. Of course, if you come out there and all 3 are slashed, you're gonna slash
Yeah,
that.
you just you're like,
Slash.
oh no,
Oh no, it was all 4. How horrible.
Oh man, insurance. Hello.
So funny.
That's called insurance fraud.
Yeah, so
Don't
maybe
do that.
don't listen to
Don't
us.
do that.
We're kidding. Like hypothetically, that could be something
Yeah.
you could do, but don't do it because it's illegal.
Illegal. Wait, what's
Yeah.
it called? Shitty life pro tips. Yeah.
Shitty life pro tips.
Like on Reddit.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Anyway.
Reddit.
But yeah, so there's going to be a lot of stuff. So they'll have that. We're going to have to address that. I'm going to have to deal with Nicole's ex.
I'm gonna have to deal with
You
Nicole.
might get attacked.
Oh no, is Nicole mad at you for stealing her man?
Oh, Nicole is infuriated.
Well, watch out for your car. Is this a different person?
Yeah, different person.
Different person, but still watch out for your car.
There's just a lot of things going on. The fact of the matter is that all of the people, including you, Maddie, are way too involved in social media. You guys don't need to comment on everything. You don't need to trash talk each other. The show is done. You're never going to see these people again other than one night. And it's like
I feel you.
everybody's commenting and trash talking everybody.
Oh no.
And then so like
But when someone comes at me, like at certain points, like I'll just sit there and watch. But then if you're gonna keep going, like I'm not just gonna be nice, you know?
just block them and block all their fans. I think at this point I probably have 200,000 people blocked.
Oh my
That's so
god.
funny. I was talking about that with someone. I was like, I wonder how many people he really has blocked.
Oh, I have, a lot. I mean, at one point during The Bachelor, I think I had like 10,000, and I think I blocked another 10 or 20,000 recently. Anybody
because
that likes,
even me,
if you
like,
like
I
a
was
comment that somebody wrote that I don't like, I will go through and I will screenshot all those 200 comments, and I will go through and blah, 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 blah.
Salty.
Just because, hey, if you're not going to buy my
That's
shit, if you're not
savage.
going to watch my things, you're not going to like I'm not going to bring people who aren't my friends into a friendly gathering. And to me, social media, these are my friends. So if you don't like me, get out.
I've had to block so many people too, honestly, within like since last Thursday. I think I've blocked more people than I've ever blocked.
Yeah.
Who has been the worst to you from the show? Would you say Nicole? Like post filming?
Yeah,
be.
absolutely.
Yeah,
She
100%.
put my number in a
Yeah.
like gossip fan
She
account.
put your number.
She gave her number to the
Yes.
fan pages. There's a bunch
I
of
was
these little
so
kids
pissed.
fan
I was
pages. It
getting
really
phone
messed up.
calls, all
Like
that
that's
stuff.
God.
doxing. Like that's I don't know if that's illegal. I'm not sure about that. Probably not illegal.
Yeah.
But it's,
You're definitely not allowed to do that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I was
so
like, that's like you crossed the line.
she's
Oh my
definitely done a
God.
lot. She really needs to pump her brakes.
You
It's
better
really
bring that up
stupid.
in the reunion.
Oh, I have I feel like a list of stuff I just need to bring up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's been a
Yeah.
lot of things going on, and when I got off this show, I was like, well, it's definitely not The Bachelor. I'll tell you that. There's
Yeah.
no cordialness.
You
no,
leave
Yeah,
The
no.
Bachelor and everyone pretends to be BFFs
Yeah.
after, even
It's like
if you
I know
hate
you. I
each
said
other.
you're horrible, but we're friends now. No,
We're
this show,
family.
Not that at all.
No. But another thing is I wonder, because on the show they took away like the alcohol, so I wonder what they're gonna do at the reunion.
I don't know.
Like we probably won't even get to drink because they're gonna be like, oh, you can have a little sip.
Well, I mean, I don't think they're doing pat downs, and they obviously have those little alcohol packs that fit in your back pockets.
Wait,
I'm just
why
saying.
did they get rid of the drinking?
Was
there an incident?
What would happen? So on that show, it was really weird the way they did the alcohol. The whole alcohol situation was just
It was so weird.
unorganized. So they would bring these like massive, those like those little pretty little glass bottles, like a vase almost.
Yeah.
So they'd
Yeah.
bust out like 3 ones with like Henny, tequila, and vodka, and they'd sit them there, and then sometimes they would take them away randomly. So what everyone started doing is the minute they would sit the alcohol out, everybody would pour as big a glass as they could, chug as much as they possibly could, as quick as possible, And then everybody would get fucking wasted. And they were like, why is this happening? And it's like, because you give it to us, but then you take it away. Like if you put it out and we knew there was like a reasonable amount out, we would monitor ourselves. Like we're grown people.
Yeah.
And it's just the fact that it was like, it's there, but then it's taken away. And then now it'll be there. You know, you have to get your drinks when you got your drinks.
Wow.
And
But I feel like before I came, wasn't it different? Like you could have unlimited amount, and then when I came, I guess it was like so wild.
No, it wasn't unlimited. It was they would just bring out more vases, but they still brought them out. They would still like say bring out the vases, and then within 5 minutes it's gone. And if you weren't right there, it'd be gone. You'd have to wait till the next one came out. You know, hour and a half, 2 hours later.
I was like, is there a point in drinking when I'm like not going to be able to at least get tipsy?
Right. It was really weird because at that point, you know, it almost made you want to drink more because there was no alcohol available. It's just like just
so when we got it, we're like, okay, and
Yeah.
everyone's like running over to it.
Why didn't they just make you drinks? That just sounds
at the end,
like a
that's what we started doing. At the end of it,
Yeah.
you would have a
At the
cup,
end, they
you'd
did
take them
that.
a cup, and then they would fill the cup with whatever you wanted. But even that would take like 30 minutes. You'd be like, come on, like I had one drink. Come on.
They would literally look at you and be like, are you drunk? Like try to figure out if you were drunk or not. And if
I'd
you were
go
drunk,
over there
they
and
wouldn't
stand on one leg.
know.
Sorry about that. I cut you off a little bit, but yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said I'd go over there and stand on one leg and be like, come on, man.
Come
Oh,
on.
I know.
We're good. Like, what do you want me to... Here we go. I've had one drink.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's so funny. I did that too.
Yeah.
I was like, look at my eyes. I was like, I am not drunk.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's not something I would have assumed on a show like this, that they would like monitor that heavily.
It's all because of Corinne and The Bachelor, 100%.
That's why they. So previous.
Yeah. Every show I go on nowadays, like they're like, Corinne girl, she fucked it up for everybody.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Corinne from
Oh, I
Bachelor in
didn't know.
Paradise because of that whole scenario happening, which is horrible, but like
Wow.
now every show you go on, they're just super monitored because of nobody wants to have to deal with that because it was almost very detrimental to not only the show but the network because of
Yeah. Did
everything
you
that happened.
know the details with that?
I mean, I know some
Yeah,
of
I
the
wanna
details,
know
but
them.
it was
Yeah.
kind of dirty. It's kind of bad.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact. I mean, it's mainly everything I've read online. I don't have any like inside detail. It's just like what I've heard through the grapevine,
Yeah,
what I've read
same
online on like
here.
that Reality Steve guy's site and stuff.
It's just crazy how that story like changed over and over and over and over again. And it started off so bad and made one party look like a monster, and then it slowly that's a crazy story. But to know it still has an impact
still
in
affecting, yeah.
reality. Also, like I just think a show like this would have a better system though with alcohol. Listen,
I
it's,
think they would too.
I think it's totally great that they're trying to be safe and make sure everyone's safe, but like that's just sounds like a dumb system. I'm gonna be honest, like there should be a better system.
Yeah, I thought like, and it was weird because you know you have the team in the back where you know you don't ever really want to mess with them because you're trying to do the show and you don't want to
Yeah.
get them involved and you know that they have a job to do, but it's like, but then it became their job to like get us drinks and we're like, man, I'm sorry, I know you. I'm sorry, I know you should be like, you're an important person, and I'm having it feels weird to go ask like somebody important for a drink, and they're like, this is not what I do for
Yeah,
you know
this
what I
is
mean?
not my job.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt bad about it too at some points because I was just like, I want some liquor, but like you're here trying to figure out like what's going on in the show.
Yeah,
Right.
that is awkward.
Because
But
it was exhausting to keep up with the amount of arguments and fights that were going on. Sometimes, like I said, we had 5, 6, 7 fights at once going on.
Yeah.
And unless you had like a drink in you, a drink or two, like you couldn't maintain interest in all of them. You know?
No, I agree with you. Like at some point when I wasn't tipsy, I was just like, oh, there's just another fight. I'm just gonna sit here.
Yeah. You'd be like, I just don't
I'm
care
not getting
anymore.
involved.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
when you drink, you're like, what's going on? What are you guys
I'm
fighting
like,
about
I'll
now?
just catch what happens on TV.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there'll be a lot to watch and enjoy over a drink or maybe sober for the reunion.
Yeah, definitely sober for
Yeah.
the reunion.
We might just have to bring a flask or something.
Yeah,
maybe so. Yeah,
but
I'm not
maybe
too much on
don't-
drinking as I was during the filming of that show.
Maybe don't say it on here, otherwise they may check if you have a flask.
Right,
So
exactly.
don't
Yeah,
just
bring
kidding,
any
just kidding.
alcohol.
Well, it's live streamed, so.
All right. Wow. Well, I can't wait to watch this reunion. I gotta catch up,
It's going to be good.
and then I gotta
you need
watch
to catch
this.
up.
It's going to be very good, but it's going to be very bad.
Very bad.
I agree.
Oh God.
It's gonna be juicy, but like, who knows what's really gonna happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Make sure and take a shower after you watch.
Yeah, right.
Well.
No joke on that.
Maddie, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah,
I'm very
absolutely.
excited to see
Oh,
your
thanks.
part that you're in on this. I'm excited. I love the drama, and I'm into. I gotta see what happened with you and Nicole.
Well, it was so nice meeting you, and thanks guys for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming
Yeah.
on.
Aw. Okay,
Bye,
I'll talk to you
Madeline.
soon.
Bye.
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 She's so sweet.
Yeah, she's really nice.
I like her. I can't imagine her getting involved in drama. She's such a little
Well,
cutie.
she can be a little firecracker.
I'm so excited.
She's really witty, and I didn't even like know that much about her. But when she got on the show, it was like she's quick with comebacks, and she hits hard and she hits low below the belt.
Oh my god!
But she's really sweet. She only does it when you start it. You know what I mean?
She seems
but you're like, oh,
like
okay.
a little ball of sunshine. I like her.
She is. Yeah. If you keep her happy, that's what she's like.
I want to see her mad. I'm gonna watch the show. But I think that wraps up everything for today, huh?
Yeah. I covered The Bachelor. Talked to Maddie. Talked about the X on the Beach reunion. Everything we're up to till now. So.
We got another episode covered, and we got to still talk about the DMs. So maybe next week.
Then we'll hit it next week.
We'll get into the DMs.
I'm getting a lot recently. I don't know where they're coming from.
Oh, well, maybe we comment down below if we should read Chad's DMs.
Read my DMs
on the podcast.
There's a lot of pictures. We probably can't show those.
Oh boy, not the pictures, but in the
Not
meantime,
the pictures. We'll read the comments.
You guys can follow me at Renee Ariel on Instagram and on Twitter. And Chad, where can they find you?
You can find me at Real Chad Johnson. Be sure to follow the Bachelor Chad podcast on Apple iTunes, as well as subscribe to the AfterBuzz TV reality TV section of YouTube.
Woo! We'll be here every week. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.